Hi, this is Ron with Amazing Mile Marker Stops, and we're off the Gulf Coast of Florida. Previously on Amazing Mile Marker Stops, Marie takes Elixir off the dock for the first time. We go through our final lock on the Okeechobee Waterway, and a local jet skier hams it up for quite a while on the wake of Elixir. By the time we reached Fort Myers, the lockdown from the coronavirus was in full swing. Almost all of the businesses, museums, and parks in the downtown area around the marina were closed. Only a few restaurants were open, and only for curbside pickup. The streets were deserted, and there was nothing to video. So after a 12-mile round-trip bike ride to West Marine and Publix for needed supplies and provisions, we departed Fort Myers with no video to show of our stop. At that point, marinas were still open, and we decided that if we can't video places for you to visit, we could at least continue the Florida mini loop and video the scenic spaces both above and below the water. We had no idea how much our circumstances would change in the next few days. So we pointed our bow south and headed towards the unknown. Except for a prior trip to Captiva Island, which is located pretty much right where the Okeechobee Waterway meets the Gulf of Mexico, we had never cruised the Gulf side of Florida, nor the Florida Keys, so all of this was going to be new to us. But first, we had to navigate the crowded boating lanes of Fort Myers. For those of you who have never boated here, it is the most crowded boating waters I have ever seen. On our prior trip, we counted over 300 boats pass us in a 1-hour period. Today was not to be different.
no gravity that sucked me in your orbit. There's no magnet that was in your heart. The one restriction was the friction that was keeping us a little too far apart. Well, why fight it? I was secretly delighted. I gave chase and then I let you win. You felt lovely when you loved me like a fool, but now I can't let go of your skin. You know that I never never knew that you are crazy glue, my darling. And I'm stuck to you, but I'm cozy and I don't wanna wiggle loose. You're honey like a finger in the beehive. The bees are buzzing in a tizzy fit, and they're stinging, but I'm singing like a fool, 'cause you're as sweet as a banana split. You're sticky like a hippie in the summer. You're like syrup in the slushy tray. And one touch of you and I will never leave, 'cause I believe I can't get away. You know that I never knew that you are crazy glue, darling. And I'm stuck to you, but I'm cozy and I don't wanna wiggle loose. I don't wanna wiggle loose. Hold on to me, and hand we'll follow. Hold on to me, as if you had a choice. I never knew that you are crazy glue, my darling. And I'm stuck to you, but I'm cozy and I don't wanna wiggle loose. I don't wanna wiggle loose.
Did you buy her like that, or did you do that?
What's that?
The top and everything, did you do that?
No, it comes this way. It's called a Duffy.
A Duffy.
Yeah, they're made in California.
Oh, wow. That's great for tooling around places like this.
Just perfect, quiet,
Relaxing, comfortable, it looks like.
very nice. Good little bar. I see you're diving, huh?
Yeah, we're on our way to find somewhere to go diving at.
Sounds good.
Shoot some video underwater for our viewers.
Oh, how neat. What do you mean, viewers? What do you do?
Grab something?
Yeah. She'll grab you something that has our name on it. It's a travel guide for boaters, places they can visit from their boat.
Really?
And everywhere we go, we shoot videos so that they can see what it looks like before they go there.
Very good. Elixir. It is an elixir.
Yeah. We say it's the elixir for our stress. So what kind of motor does that have in it?
Golf cart.
Are you serious? Is it electric?
Yes.
Oh, that's even better.
Oh, yeah. You send to California and they still rip you off, though.
How's that?
Here, get it, Larry.
Just don't catch their window thing.
Got it?
Got it. Look at
Wonderful.
Yeah, that was good.
that. See how close we had to come, actually? Pretty good.
You did great. You did
Yeah,
great.
Thank you.
Beautiful boat. As soon as I was sitting there, he's like, "Look at the nice boat."
Yeah. So we're checking yours out. Straight line.
It works both ways, doesn't it?
Yep.
Ours is nice and old. That's what it is.
Enjoy the
That's
little
all right.
things on the inside.
So this is to keep, huh?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's for
that's
you.
Thank you. My goodness.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
We're in this really cute little cove somewhere just north of Naples, and we're being treated to a beautiful sunset along with all the lights. It's just really peaceful and calm and spectacular. Later that night, we received notice that Monroe County, which encompasses most of the Florida Keys, had shut down all marinas to transient traffic. The closure meant that we could not dock at any marina in the Keys. We weren't even sure at that point whether we could get fuel and water, so we immediately began rationing both. It was here that we recorded the important message that we sent out to all our viewers. We contemplated turning back, but there were rumors that the locks on the Okeechobee waterway were going to shut down, and we did not want to get trapped in the waterway or on the west coast of Florida, as our insurance requires us to be out of Florida by June 1st. As it turns out, within the week they were closed, so we made the right decision. About the same time, Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach counties shut down their marinas, and most marinas north of that were voluntarily shutting down to transients. So we had no idea when or where we would be able to dock again. With little choice but to keep going, we weighed anchor to continue south, knowing that until further notice, we would only be able to anchor out with no way to reprovision. We found a marina in Marco Island that would allow us to get fuel and water. Although we had just filled both 2 days earlier, since we had no idea when we could refuel again, we decided it was best to keep topping off our tanks every chance we got. So we pulled in. After filling up, we continued our trip south. Little secluded beach we found to hide in. It's a little cove that we found to kind of tuck in out of the Gulf for the night, somewhere south of Marco Island. Got a beautiful sunset. The next morning, we took the dinghy over to the beach to do a little exploring.
Trust me, we got the power to change the world. Need you to trust me. You will get no less than you deserve. trust me. The grass ain't greener on the other side. Need you to trust me. No other side when it's you and I. Trust me. That thing we got is better than this. Need you to trust me. This town is crazy, nobody cares like we do. It's the way you do your thing, yeah, you mesmerizing me. I'ma tell you
Some shells. Have all you want right here.
So I tried to start the generator today and it ain't starting. At first, when I'd hit the switch, it'd just go clunk, clunk, which I assumed was the starter motor. And with everything going on with COVID-19 and us not being able to pull in anywhere, there's no way for us to get a starter motor. So I said, what the heck? I got a hammer and banged on the starter motor, and sure enough, that worked. And it started up. But the problem is, as soon as I started it up, I noticed antifreeze coming out the overflow tube from the heat exchanger. And so I immediately shut it off. But I did some research, and near as I can tell, it's a symptom of having a blown head gasket. So bottom line is, we don't have a generator for this trip. There's no way I can fix that while we're on doing the Florida mini loop. So we've got no generator. So what that means is that we got to move every day. It's the only way to charge the batteries without the generator is off our main engine. So we got to move every day. The only way we could anchor out 2 nights in a row is if we don't use the inverter and we use only bare minimum, like the lights, just the bilge pump, stuff like that, the bare minimum stuff that we have to run. But we can't use the inverter to run any AC stuff. So that kind of puts a damper on things. We can't just drop the hook somewhere and if we're enjoying it, stay there. We got to keep moving. So that's where we're at. We stayed at anchor last night in this really nice little cove. Got a great beach with lots of shells on it, but to get in is real narrow. There's a marker there and the shore there, and it's shallow in between. So there's no way we could come in here at low tide because of a sandbar right out there where the breakers are at. But once you're in here, you got enough water. It's pretty nice. for a lot of you boaters, this is nothing unusual, but for us on Elixir and many of our viewers who have never done it before, this is our first time of being out where no matter which direction you look, excuse the bumpiness, but it's kind of wakey out here, but no matter where you look, there is no land. 360 degrees around, we cannot see land. We're out somewhere in the Gulf and land is non-existent out there. That's pretty cool, huh? If you'd like to help us make more of these videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free to you, but helps us more than you know. And don't forget to check out the nation's largest free online travel guide for boaters, AmazingMileMarkerStops.com. And like us on Facebook. And remember, don't just cruise.
Visit Amazing Mile Marker Stops.
Okay.
But anyway, we
You
can
got
try
video?
this.
Yeah. How do I see it? On
You
the
gotta take
screen.
the cap off.
Oh, that helps.
You recording?
Yep.
Okay. So, try that again.